So this next clip is on embodied intelligence. So let's look at the idea of multiple intelligences. We're all smart in different ways. This makes sense. You've got a friend that's musical, you've got another friend that's kind of book smart, cognitively smart, the sort of smart that's often rewarded in the educational system. You have another friend that's very practical, you'll have another friend who's good emotionally. The idea of emotional intelligence is pretty widespread now. So one way to be smart is this embodied way. It's important to distinguish this from what's called kinesthetic intelligence, or sometimes just body intelligence. That's a real reduction of the body from people that don't understand the body. They just reduce it to movement, to sort of physical skills. That is a kind of intelligence. Someone like David Beckham, the footballer, would be tremendously smart in that way, in terms of moving their body. So people like dancers and athletes may be smart in that way. And that's only about 5% of embodied intelligence. So embodied intelligence, in many ways, is a kind of meta-intelligence. It's an intelligence which encompasses many aspects because it includes thinking, it includes values. 95% of emotional intelligence would be included, would be a subset of embodied intelligence. It includes many different areas. So if we break this down a little bit, we can use a similar model for what Daniel Goleman has used for emotional intelligence. That's the idea of embodied awareness. So am I present in my body? Yeah. An athlete, for example, might not be. They might just be physically strong, but not actually present there. And this includes emotions, aware of emotions, also aware of body sensations, a sort of ethical response to things, all the full range of what we're aware of. Then there's the idea of self-management. Can we get ourselves together? Can we, under pressure, manage ourselves? Can we relax ourselves? Can we fire ourselves up when we need to? Those elements. Then there's the idea of embodied social awareness. So are we aware of other people's bodies, movements, and how that reflects on how they are as people and their states and all those kind of things. And last of all, the idea of impact and influence. This is perhaps the most relevant to the idea of leadership. How we come across to people, how we affect people. Do we have gravitas? Do we have charisma? These things are mostly embodied. While you're listening to my words right now, you're actually listening to all of me right now coming through the words. So that's the aspect of embodied intelligence, which is about oomph. It's about, can we affect other people? Can we positively influence people, whether that's as a business leader or a parent or just someone that wants to have influence in the world. So within all these four main areas, you've also got the 8 tools that we'll introduce in this video. Things like acceptance, awareness, attention, working with relaxation, with structure, with movement, with imagery, with responsiveness. These are the basic tools that you'll learn, and each one of these is a practical set of skills. It's not abstract. These are something very concretely that you can learn, you can do, you can be better or worse at and apply in different situations. So we're currently putting together a test related to these areas, these 4 main areas and the 8 different tools. The latest version of that will be on the website. It's a prototype because embodiment is one of the last areas of intelligence, I think, to be understood well. This is a field we're actively exploring. In this video series, you'll learn about all kinds of models, all different aspects of this way to be body smart, this way to have physical intelligence or embodied intelligence. You'll learn about yin and yang, you'll learn about I, we, and it, you'll learn about the 4 elements, the 6 directions, the 7 movement types. I've already introduced the 12 functions of the body. So these are all different aspects of ways to be smart through embodiment for the sake of your health and happiness, your relationships, your leadership, your impact, your influence. For the sake of all those things, it really pays to work on this often undervalued and often sort of ignored by society type of intelligence.